So far, in the Post Office Horizon scandal, nobody who is ultimately responsible, so the top post office officials, the Fujitsu organizers who supplied the Horizon system, have actually been prosecuted or held responsible. Meanwhile, the of the 700 people who have been punished for something which was not their fault, demonstrably not their fault, and proven to be based on faulty accounting provided by the Horizon system. Of those, only about 90 or so have actually come forward to challenge their convictions, to appeal against their convictions. And this seems so extraordinary. Of course, many people have suffered so badly they just don't want to reopen this can of worms, and there's no guarantee that this is going to go through without further trouble. And of course, they're going to have to go through the expense of hiring lawyers and so on. This is something like the Windrush issue, where demonstrably there has been a miscarriage of justice, and we should be looking for the people who have been hurt and ensuring that they are properly compensated and properly helped. It shouldn't be it shouldn't be that they have to come cap in hand to the people who've already abused them. And there's something deeply wrong with our criminal justice system if this is the way that we intend to proceed. And of course, lying at the heart of this nonsense is the Home Office yet again. So the accounting shortfalls, the unexplained accounting shortfalls on which people were prosecuted, were proven to have been caused by computer errors. Those shortfalls did not exist. Many people were prosecuted, many people were sent to prison, many more were made bankrupt, their lives were ruined because of a reliance on a bureaucratic system which was itself faulty. And the courts, the government, local communities were very happy to believe the worst about these people who were exposed. And yet, the people ultimately in charge, the people who have hidden behind this bureaucratic mess, don't face any charges at all. And I don't really understand. Apparently, there is, quote, an appetite for MPs to identify those responsible, but we're still waiting on an inquiry to complete its work. And the inquiry has to establish the truth first. Well, I thought it was up to lawyers in courts to establish the truth, and I thought we'd already established a lot of that truth. Kevin Hollinrake, who's the Undersecretary of State at the Department of Business and Trade, says, from that truth will follow corporate and individual accountability, for which there is a strong appetite in this House and beyond. I sympathise with honourable members' desires to see accountability right now, but we must let justice take its course. Well, if that's his position, then surely he should sympathise and empower those people who have been hurt, those people who have been wrongly punished. And the focus of this inquiry is in the wrong place. The focus, rather like the COVID inquiry, seems to be on avoiding responsibility, on failing to support those people who've been hurt by the abuse of others, people who took advantage of a crisis, people who are escaping censure. And I think we have to change that attitude. We have to change that way of thinking so that these problems don't continue to occur. And if this had happened in other countries, maybe by now we would be seeing the top managers of the post office resigning. We would see proper payouts and people being chased up to be given payouts and compensation and proper apologies. But this is a country where the people who have been abused seem to be expected to go cap in hand, crawling on their knees to the officials who perpetrated the offence in the first place. These people are still in positions of power, still hiding behind the carapace of control and authority. It's utterly, utterly contemptible.